Hello, second grade Smarties, and welcome to iReady Math Lesson 21, video number 4. Today, we are adding and subtracting lengths. We are solving word problems, talking about units of measurement in length. So go ahead and get your instruction book open to pages 198 and 199. So let's look at the example first on page 198. So it says Mr. Yi walks 12 feet from his house to the sidewalk. Then he walks 28 feet to the mailbox. Mr. Yi turns around and walks 17 feet back toward his house along the sidewalk. How far does Mr. Yi have to walk to get back to his house now? All right, it says, look at how you can show your work with a bar model. So we know first that Mr. Yi, he walked 12 feet. Then he walked 28 more feet. Okay, so here is Mr. Yi on his sidewalk. Then he turned around. So then he turned around and went back 17 feet. And it says, how far does Mr. Yi have to walk to get back to his house? So they first showed us the bar model with solving 12 plus 28. But look at this 17. With a bar model, we usually see a whole and two parts. So is this going to be a one-step or a two-step problem, Smarties? It's going to be a two-step problem. So look at what they did. They started by adding 12 plus 28 to find, excuse me, Smarties, to find how long it took him to get to the mailbox. So they added 12 plus 28 and had a whole of 40. It took 40 feet to get to his mailbox. Then he turned around. So then he was ready to go home. He got 17 feet. So what they did is they were trying to find how many feet he had left. So what they did first is they started by taking away the 10 and 17 and had 30. And then they took away 7 ones. So Mr. Yi had to walk 23 more feet to get home. So sometimes with word problems, Smarties, we are going to have to solve more than one problem. We might have two-step problems. So let's go ahead and explore solving word problems with lengths with question number 13. It says Jude's sunflower grew 8 inches this week. It is 26 inches tall now. How tall was Jude's flower at the beginning of the week? Okay, so let's read that again and circle important numbers and underline important words. Jude's sunflower grew 8 inches this week. It is 26 inches tall now. How tall was Jude's sunflower at the beginning of the week? All right, so let's think about it. We know that it grew. So if something grows or if something gets bigger, do you think we are going to add or subtract? What kind of equation do you think we'll need to make? Probably an addition equation. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a blank addition equation. All right, so let's think about this. Jude's sunflower grew 8 inches. 8 inches. It is 26 inches tall now. How tall was Jude's sunflower at the beginning of the week? So let's pretend that this part is our beginning of the week. Do we know how tall it was at the beginning? No. Let's write a question mark right here. How many inches did it grow? It grew 8 inches. And how many inches tall now is it? 26 inches. So we need to find out how many inches tall it was at the beginning of the week. So We know a part and we know our whole. I think what I am going to do is I'm going to make an open number line to solve this problem. I can add, so I can start at 8 and count up to 26. So 8 is the part that I know, and 26 is my whole. I am going to jump on my open number line until I go to my whole. There are other ways that you could solve this problem too. You could do a subtraction equation because we know our fact family. So you could do a missing part plus 8 has a whole of 26, or you could solve 26 minus 8 to find the missing part. So I am going to use an open number line. You can draw a picture. You could use a bar model. We know that it was a certain amount at the beginning. It grew 8 inches for a total of 26. I am going to use an open number line because it will help me count on. So here's what I'm going to do. I am starting at 8 and I am counting up to 26. I am going to start by adding 10. So 8 plus 10, and 8 plus 10 is 18. Now I am going to add 2 ones because I want to have an even number of tens. So 18 plus 2 is 20. And now I'm going to add 20 to add on 6 ones because 20 plus 6 is 26. When I count up all of my jumps, I will find out how many inches tall the flower was at the beginning of the week. So 10 plus 2 is 12, and 12 plus 6 is 18 inches. So how tall was the flower at the beginning of the week? 18 inches. Do not forget to label. All right, let's go on to number 14. Also, what strategy did you use? Did you subtract? Did you use an open number line? Or were you able to solve it mentally? All right, let's go to 14. It says a path in the park was 22 meters long. Then another section was added. Now the path is 50 meters long. How long is the new section? Let's go back, circle important numbers, underline important words. A path in the park was 22 meters long. Then another section was added. Now the path is 50 meters long. How long is the new section? So let's think about what kind of equation I could make for this problem. First off, let's look at the important numbers that we circled. Our important numbers were 22 and 50. All right. We know that another section was added. Ooh, so what kind of equation could we make? We can make an addition equation. We know that altogether, the length of the path is 50 meters. So 50 meters is going to be our whole. What we don't know is the section that was added. We have the part that we know, and we know the whole. We need to find the missing part. So I can solve this in a couple ways. I can start by doing an open number line, which is the strategy I'm going to use. I really like using it because it helps me think about the parts that I am adding, my tens and ones that I am adding to find that missing part. I could also, if I know my addition equation, I can know my subtraction equation. So I could do 50 minus 22. I could do that as well. So let's start with 22 and count up to 50. Smarties, if there is a different strategy that you want to use, I encourage you to do that right now. Let's see if we get the same answer. All right, so I am at 22 and I am counting on until I get to my whole, which is 50. The first thing I want to do, I want an even group of 10. So 22, I'm going to count on until I get to 30. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 30. How many ones do I need to get to a group of 10? 8 ones. So I am going to add 8 ones. So 8 to get to 30. Now let's look at where we are going. Right now I am at 30. I need to get to 50. What is the place that is going to change? Is my tens place or my ones place needing to change? My tens place. How many groups of 10 could I add to 30 to make a whole of 50? 30, 40, 50. How many groups of 10? 2 groups of 10. 2 tens is the same as 20. So I am going to add 20, whoops, to 20 until I get to 50. So when I put those jumps together, it tells me how long my new section is. So we know that altogether it is 50 meters. The part that we knew at the beginning was 22. And the missing part, the part that was added, is 28 meters. So 28 meters long. That is how long the added part was. All right, and let's wrap up with number 15. It says Lisa used 37 centimeters of string to hang a picture and 46 centimeters of string to hang another picture. She has 12 centimeters of string left. How much string did she start with? Ooh. Okay, let's read that again. Lisa used 37 centimeters of string to hang a picture and 46 centimeters of string to hang another picture. She has 12 centimeters of string left. How much did she start with? How much string did she start with? Ooh, okay. So this is telling us that she had a big bundle of string, right? She used 37 of it to hang a picture. Then she used 46 of it to hang another picture. But she still has some left. Huh. So we have 3 parts. Do we have a whole that we are working with? We do not. So we need to find how much she started with. What should we do with these 3 parts? What should we do with them? Should we add them? Let's try it. Okay. All right, let's do 46 plus 37 plus 12. What is this going to help us figure out, Smarties? How much string she had at the beginning. All right, so I'm going to draw this as a picture. I'm going to draw 37. So 37 is 3 tens and 7 ones. And with my ones, I'm going to group them into groups of 5, and then I will continue to add on. All right, now I'm going to add 46. So I'm going to add 4 tens and 6 ones. So I'm going to count on after 7 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 12, 10, 11, 12. All right, let's put this all together. Starting in our ones place, I have 5, 10, 15 ones. Ooh, in the number 15, do I have a group of 10? Yes. So I am going to box up that group of 10 and move it over to the tens place. So I have 5 ones, and I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So 90 plus 5. 90 plus 5. How much string did she start with? 95 95 centimeters. So she started with 95 centimeters and she took 37. Then she took 46, but she still had some left over. So which one is our correct answer? D. All right, let's look. It says Chase chose C as the answer. This answer is wrong. How did Chase get his answer? All right, so Chase chose C. C was 83 centimeters. 83 centimeters is pretty close to 95. So that tells me that he probably still added, but he was missing something. So let's think. 83. So if we had 46 plus 37 plus 12. So let's think about what he did add. Let's start by looking at the first parts that we know. We know that 36 and 37 and 46 were the first parts that we learned. But then we learned that there were 12 centimeters left over. So let's start by solving 37 plus 46. So I start with my ones place. I have 7 ones plus 6 ones. How many ones would I have altogether? I would have 13. And I am actually going to show this in a different way. So I'm going to do 30 plus 7 and 40 plus 6. So I would have 13 ones, and 30 plus 40 equals 70. 70. Ooh, and see, I can move this 10 over. So 70 plus 10 plus 3. I busted up 13 into 10s and 1s. 70 plus 10 would be 80. And 80 plus 3 would be 83. What did Chase do? He only added the first 2 parts. He forgot to add what? The 12 centimeters, because those 3 parts would tell us how much he had all together. So what did Chase do, Smarties? He only added 37 centimeters and 46 centimeters. So let's write that. Chase only added the first 2 parts, 37 centimeters and 46 centimeters. Man, Smarties, that is why it's so important to read word problems more than once. Sometimes we have to read them 3 or 4 times, and sometimes we have to solve it in different ways. But remember, keep that growth mindset because you are a good learner and good learners do hard things. This is super challenging, but when we take our time and think of the strategies we have learned so far in 2nd grade, we can use those to help us solve problems. All right, Smarties, that is it for today's lesson. I will see you very soon with another iReady lesson. Happy learning, happy measuring, and happy problem solving. Bye, Smarties.